All right, so with interest rates going up, the Feds raised it another 0.75% last week. So, what did that do to the real estate market and people's affordability? So, I wanted to take a look at what was happening in the real estate market. We have our August data available. So, I wanted to share some of this information with you guys. But before we do, if you're new to our channel, make sure to give a little love to that subscribe button and click on that notification button so that you'll be the first to know about what's going on here in Northern California. I'm Rose Gonzalez with the Gonzales Real Estate Team, and we get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Northern California. So whether you're moving in 3 days, 3 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'd be happy to help you make that smooth transition. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're doing today is we're going to take a look at the Rocklin Real Estate Market for August 2022. The median sales price in August 2022 was $699,500, which is down 6.42% from last month, 5.58% higher than of August of 2021. But 2020 and 2021 prices just kept going up, and those were really different markets. So we have seen some price decreases on listings around here, and homes are sitting on the market. But, if they are priced correctly, they are still selling. So we're still kind of trying to feel what the market is doing. This is the sales price to list price ratio, and basically it dropped to 99%. There are still properties where, we are getting higher than list price if the property's priced correctly. We just had one in the office where they listed it fairly well and they got 15,000 over asking, whereas we've had listings that were at or a little bit above that sat on the market for 30, 40 days and then had to take below list price. So pricing in this market is very important. Here's the number of properties sold in August of 2022. There was 50 homes sold, and this was in comparison to what we had last month in July. This is also 46.81% lower than what it was last year in August. Average days on market right now is 30 days. And, we were again in 2020, 2021, just in a crazy market because interest rates were really low. Everybody also kind of had the FOMO. They were jumping on the real estate market. So that really brought our days on market a lot lower. And also with inventories low. Now that interest rates have gone up, days on market is starting to normalize. If you look at 2019, we're looking at 31 days, 50 days, 52 days. So we're actually going back into a normal market. I know a lot of people got used to homes flying off the market over a weekend, over a week, but that's just what it was during that 2020, 2021 buying frenzy. The sales price per square feet in August 2022 was $359 per square feet. That is up 8.13% from last month and 11.49% higher than last year in August. Inventory. So inventory, we have 129 homes listed for sale in Rocklin, which is down 6.52% from last month and 76.71 higher than last year. So that's another reason why homes were flying off the market last year. There was a lot less properties available. So this just kind of shows you the trend. We really had a good market in 2019 still before that buying frenzy started happening. So I wanted to show the amount of homes that were still listed back in 2019, just to show you guys kind of where we're at. We're still seeing low inventories right now. And here are the new listings. So August 2022, we have 72 listings, which was down 14.29% from July and also down 22.58% from last year. So again, showing you guys that there's still a lack of inventory in this area. I wanted to show you guys this 7-day snapshot as well. So this covers Roseville, Rocklin, Granite Bay, and Loomis. But one thing I wanted to show, so it's been kind of consistent between the month and the last week, but this is what I wanted to show you guys is the 46 back on market. And basically what back on market means is that these are people who got into escrow. So someone is selling the house, they find a buyer, the buyer, they're in contract with them, but for some reason it falls out of escrow. Now, whether that's the buyer doesn't qualify for the loan because the interest rates went up from the time they had talked to their lender the first time, or there's some repairs that need to be done with the home and the sellers and the buyers couldn't agree. So we are seeing a higher number this week of homes back on the market. Now, I wanted to show this to you guys. I know interest rates have been going up, and I've had a lot of buyers who I've met recently tell me that they're waiting for the housing prices to go down before they make a move. But I wanted to share with you a scenario where that could potentially just put you out of buying a home. We do see some price drops, but not necessarily going down a lot to where it makes sense with interest rates going up. And, we are not going to see a market crash like in 2008 because everyone who's buying a home right now is very well qualified. There's a ton of equity in people's homes. We're taking a look at the average median in Rocklin in May through July was 546,667. Now, back then, I want to say interest rates may have been around 5.5%. Your mortgage payment back then for this property would have been $3,100. Now, today, now in August, the median price went down to 536, 563, but interest rates right now are 6.875. Now your payment for less loan is $3,500. So your payment went up $421 a month just by you waiting for prices to go down. Another example would be a $600,000 home at 5.5%. Your payment would have been $3,400. If the price dropped to 550, but the interest rates went up to 6.875, your payment would have gone up to $3,800, which is about $400 a month more. So this is just a general overview of if you're a buyer sitting on the sidelines waiting for property prices to go down while interest rates are going up. I mean, there are some benefits of having that scenario because interest rates are tax deductible. So the payments that you're making towards interest is tax deductible. But there are many people who are now not able to afford this extra $400 a month in payments. So you need to be very wise about the strategy that you're using when buying in this market. I wanted to show this slide as well. So this is percent change in home prices in the last 31 years. So this is really important to take a look at because I want you guys to understand what are you looking at as far as the reason why you want to be a homeowner. So if you're looking at a investment in a home for a long run, over time, real estate has always been a very good asset to invest in because equity goes up over the long run. So if you could see here, California over the last 31 years has gone up 319%. Even with the market crash that we had in 2008, it has always gone on an uptrend. Prices are always going to eventually go up. Now, if you're on the fence between renting and owning your own home, think about the investment that you're making. So this is showing you that over the long run, you're going to gain equity on your house. That's just a given. But say that you decide to rent a home, you're paying someone else's mortgage down and you're not getting any tax write-offs. As a homeowner, you can actually write off some of the payments that you're making on your mortgage, on your tax return. So interest and property taxes, that would be something that you would talk to with your CPA or tax advisor. But every time you're making a payment, you're paying down your principal balance. So you're building equity and you're living in that investment. So those are things to think about when you are looking to buy a home. It's not just a place for you to live in, but what is your long-term goal? Real estate has always been known as an asset of building wealth. So you have to think about your goal in the long run. So what we're seeing today in the market is there's a lot more options for buyers. We've had buyers who are now able to get into home, keeping their contingencies, asking for seller credits, maybe even getting prices below the list price, and not having to jump on properties that they might not even 100% be in love with. Whereas the last 2 years, it was like if you even took a breath, the house would be pending already. So now there's more time for buyers to really think about whether they like the house, do they like the neighborhood. I mean, there's just a lot more breathing room for buyers right now. The builders are also giving a ton of incentives. So just in the Rocklin, Roseville, and Lincoln area, and even Folsom, we are seeing builders with homes that are ready. The ready build homes, they have had a lot of incentives on them. So some had price cuts from when they put the design center in. It was 730,000, but they took down the price to 700,000 is just an example. A lot of builders are also paying for rates. One of the builders we talked to said that they bought a few loans that were like in the 4.99%. So some of the ready build homes, if you qualify for their loan programs with their lender, you can get a 4.99%, and then they will also cover your closing costs. So there are a ton more options on the building side as well, not like a couple years ago where it was a wait list and it was just a very different market back then. Now, if you're a seller, I know this is not how it was the last couple years and you may feel like you missed the boat, but if you have to sell your home and buy another one, this actually puts you in a good position because you're selling your home still higher than it was when you bought it, but it's easier for you to buy a home as well. So it kind of washes itself. Like if you were to sell and buy last year, you would have had a hard time finding a home because things were coming off the market so fast. People were not willing to look at contingent offers if you had to sell your home. Now is actually a good time to do that because you can sell your home still for a really good price if you do the right things like pricing it right and doing the right marketing for your home. And then you'd be able to find another home to move into that's less stressful. You can probably have a better deal than what you would have had in the last couple years. So, those are just some things to think about. And real estate is always going to happen. So whether it does do a little pullback, there's still people who are going to need to buy and sell. So I just wanted to give you guys the numbers that came out for August and put into perspective some of the things that I think about when I talk to my clients about whether it's time for them to buy or sell. I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about the real estate market or, just anything in general, please feel free to give us a call or a text or an email, and we would be happy to help you. And again, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure to give a little love to that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.